Probably just a bad splitter, he says. Oh my god, this actually was just going to be a quick aside in my next video of the series, but deserves its own video in and of its own right. This was way more of a pain in the ass than I had anticipated. First thing I did was swapped cables around, and I actually got a much better picture. So apparently coax cables can go bad. I read about that. Never had one fail, but apparently the one I pulled out of my hoard was no good. I'm going to keep it in there because you never know. I tried another splitter. This one here, this is a fancy one, which is a 5 megahertz to 1 gigahertz. Even has a ground screw, and that one does too, actually. Yeah, this one is a lot nicer and a much improved picture quality with it. But I said, well, I have that signal booster, so let me see about that. And I put that on, and the picture just absolutely came to life. Now, you got to remember, we're dealing with RF and the output of a cable box. So the output of that is not going to be as strong as, let's say, what we used to have back in the day with, you know, regular old analog cable that would come into the house and you'd put it right into the TV. It doesn't, you know, it's nowhere near that strong. So this definitely could use the booster, and I had it. Now, you might notice that the booster is mounted just slightly off-center on the beam, and that's only because the upper screw, happened to already be a hole there that would accept the screw without any problem. So rather than making a new hole, I just used it and centered the unit on the beam as best I could for what it needs to be. The splitter, unfortunately, is just slightly crooked, but it's nothing I'm going to fix. It's not really a big deal. I use that little like jumper wire, as you see, that the guy left me when the cable was originally installed. And there were a couple of other cables. You'll see a white cable running up through the hole, which will eventually connect to the TV. Where is that other thing that I had here? Here it is. Okay. And one other thing I found while going through my hoard of stuff was this. A coax wrench. It's a little stamped aluminum piece of junk, and it's already beaten up. And after tightening those, it actually made yet even a small improvement still, which is pretty awesome. So that pretty much was the deal. I can't believe they used to include this with your cable modem or something way back in the day. But yeah, that all made improvements throughout. So the signal booster is there. It even has a green clean light, which is extra cool. It made for a pretty nice, clean installation, so I'm certainly happy about that. You can see the Ethernet wires up top there, and that's good. This absolutely beat the shit out of me. It's tough to work in here because I don't have clear access to it, so I have to like hunch over and bend over stuff. It's not a good thing, but I finally got it done. This took a couple days of trying different things back and forth. It was not fun, to say the least, but it's finally all done. Let's go look at the TVs. So we can't show you match game because Neil, but the rest is, there's no snow whatsoever. I just put the channel guide on because you would see the little fuzzies and all that. There's just the slightest if you're right up against the screen. And this is an LCD screen, so it's not quite what a CRT is. Let's go outside.
To the bathroom.
Now it's a commercial.
Can be one less thing to lose sleep over. Call 800
And let the tube warm up. Not quite as good, but certainly more than acceptable for out here. Of course, that's just mush. This screen has years of dirt on it, but so that could be cleaned. You can see a dirt over there, right there. There it is. So, you know, that would help, but it's about as clear as you're going to get. So not bad. So let's shut that. Yeah, really glad that ended up working out. That just kicked the shit out of me for days. Just trying it and being discouraged and discouraged and discouraged and discouraged until I finally put that booster in. I need a booster! And once I did that, yeah, the booster actually worked. That's because it's, you know, it's wired. But anyway, that's cool. Glad I bought that. Forget where I got it, but I think it was Tiny Middle, but I'm not certain. But anyway, that is finally resolved, and I'm ready to move on with the project, which is to clear out the cabinet, try to put that stereo the right way, and go from there. So that's going to be the next part of this series. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.